too fast.
Oh no, it looks like it is another match that we've seen before. It's going to be Caillou back in it again with Wally West. Uh, you know, Caillou was a fan fave back when he was still in the main, the main tier here, the winners bracket, as you will. Uh,
Yeah, I think you know Caillou's had quite a few games under his belt at this point. I think that definitely plays a factor in. He's a little warmer than everybody else, but um, that also can go against him. Get in your mind
oh,
a
for
little
sure,
bit,
for
change
sure.
up your style just a little too much, and it could spell disaster for Caillou here.
I mean, Wally, even though he only was able to play in one game so far, he's holding his own very well. Caillou hasn't really been able to make much ground here. A 1% lead. Um, now it's not a lead anymore. It's actually he's down.
Yeah,
Um,
I know. Caillou does like to play the middle of the map. We've seen that in the previous. Ooh, that was a nice little grapple combo there. Um, Caillou likes to play in the middle of the map, especially against faster players like Fox.
Now you see, as we tick down these games, I was just saying previously that a minute and a half for one stock's insane. Here we are, a minute and a half. They both haven't even lost a stock. Now they finally have, but these games are kind of going longer and longer as we kind of progress toward the finals here.
Against a smaller, weaker opponent like Fox, though, um, 50 plus damage difference uh, can be the decider in a game.
Oh, for sure. It's really going to come down to Fox's speed and precision here. If he's able to get in, get out, deliver about 20% damage and pop out without taking any damage himself, he's really going to be able to come back. As we see here, look at he takes the advantage again.
The speed is really, I believe, going to be the deciding factor here. Speed and technique of each player, but Caillou plays the edge so well and uses that to gain the edge and take the stock. So we are now watching Caillou holding on for dear life with 145% damage.
He really wants to try and create an advantage here, but Wally West is really, staying aggressive, making it so there's not much he can do, but it looks like he did fuck up there a little bit, and now he's down 65. Oh my God, he's down a full stock. That's two whole stock lead there for
Two whole
Caillou.
stock lead.
It's at this point in the game that we're really starting to see how warm Caillou really is compared to Wally West.
He did drop that stock right there, but I think he was tapped out at like 150% damage. That's it's his time.
Yeah.
It's his time.
Yeah. Although 150%, that is a tankier character for sure. You see guys like Fox out here, like Peach, like Sheik, getting capped out at 100. You see someone go to 150. That's basically every 2 stocks is worth 3 stocks for anyone else.
That is also true. But like I said, Caillou's playing the middle of the map right now. He's grabbing him there, dealing as much damage, pushing him to the outside, and guarding the edge to finish it off.
Round 1 for Caillou. I do think Caillou is going to be the favorite in this match here, and I do expect to see, from what we've seen here so far, for him to climb at least pretty high in the losers bracket, if not for us to be seeing Caillou again in the finals round.
I agree. Caillou's definitely come out to compete after his round 1 loss. So I think what you're going to see here is a lot of the same from Caillou, but I think if Wally's going to see any success in this match, he's going to have to change up his style a little bit.
For sure. He's, the real question is how much of a, learning did he get from last round? Was it more focused on trying to get the damage up, or did he figure out how Caillou is playing? Because if he hasn't made, any leaps and bounds of understanding the mind of Caillou, he's not going to get anywhere in this second round.
That's true. Caillou could also try and confuse him and change it up slightly as well, but that could spell disaster if he changes too much and,
Exactly. He
and
could lose
gets
control.
away from his winning style. Ooh.
So far, it does seem like Wally did learn a thing or two. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
that was a terrible
huge
mistake.
Yeah.
But Wally West could definitely take this back and drop Caillou pretty like he did right there. And now it's anybody's game. But yes, Caillou. I'm gonna take Wally for this one.
I as well am feeling strong about Wally in round 2, especially after he was able to just come back off losing that first stock. He was favorable in stock 1, and with the comeback as well as taking the advantage here, it does look like he is very strong on this map here.
I'm actually gonna switch back here. I'm gonna go with Caillou, and I'll tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because in the beginning of the match, he was playing up on the platforms. And now he's playing more in the center of the map again. And I think that's going to be part of the deciding factor in this map. His ability to go back to his winning style after he saw early on that what the slight change that he made to play above the map is going to is going to do well for him.
Well, I mean, he must also be feeling pretty good out here with a game up advantage. He doesn't have too much to lose here in this second game, but as we can see, Wally's really doing a fantastic job maintaining his advantage here.
Ooh, but
he does take a 2-stock lead.
A nice misstep on the edge there, and that might be it for Caillou. It's going to be hard to come back 3 stocks to 1.
But you know what? Someone very wise once told me, it's anyone's game.
It is anyone's game. It is anyone's game. He drops the stock there 2-1. That's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad.
At this point, 50% advantage. Wally's going to need to do all the wrong things.
If he can hammer down a power play here, get some big damage on, and knock him out in a hit or two.
At this level of competition, I don't see that happening. Wally literally needs to make every mistake possible to give away this game right now.
Okay, yeah, I can kind of agree with you there, but I think I think anything can happen.
It's anyone's game.
It's anyone's game. It's anyone's game. We just we do need Caillou to step it up here, and he seems like he is, If he can come back and miraculously take this game, I would put that up there as one of the upsets of the tournament. Oh, they're playing super conservatively. Oh, this is not looking good for Caillou.
Well, Wally's really feeling the sweat. There it is. He goes into game 3.
West.
We've been seeing a lot more game 3s than I was expecting to see, to be honest with you, especially this early on in the tournament. I expected to see a lot of,
Smackdowns?
Not even Smackdowns, just like, even though they'd be close, I expected to see people winning the first round, maintaining the momentum, and keeping it up and taking 2 rounds in a row. We've only seen it, I think, 1 time so far.
That's true. I agree to a certain extent, but at this tournament with these people, it's the competition's stiff, and I think part of it's going to be luck, part of it's going to be skill. There's going to be a lot of things that go into who comes out on top here.
Well, we're going into round 3 with Pokemon Stadium being the final choice. This is a map that's gotten a lot of criticism in the past about how much the outside stuff that happens to it factors the end of the gameplay here. In a few words, what are your thoughts on what we're going to kind of see from the map changing and the effects we're going to see on these competitors?
I think Pokemon Stadium is a pretty basic map. The fact that there's not the third platform in the middle, the higher platform, I think might actually make a difference in this match, and I think it's going to work against Wally.
You think so?
Yeah, because he's not going to have as many places to fly around. When he does get up in the air, might make the difference. But
so here's where I disagree with you.
And that also means that Caillou can't sit in the middle like he did in other matches, which
now I'm going to go with something bold here. In a map change like this, as well as stock map where you just have the 2 things, The difference between this type of map and Battlefield is the amount of space between those platforms. Since it's so great and there's so much ability for them to move, I do think that the speed of Fox is going to give them the advantage there.
I think definitely on this map that we're seeing now as you could see, is a Fox-centric map. There's not a lot of room for him to move, for Caillou to
He can
move.
bottle him up, kind of,
And then
keep him
just
trapped.
gets in there with the speed and just lands all the punches.
And so I think he has the advantage here as well because, like I was saying, the platforms are spread in such a way that there's enough distance between where he can really kind of use his maneuverability to his advantage.
Could we see a 4-stock here? Could we see a 4-stock here?
It's hard pill to swallow when we're saying at the beginning of this matchup that we're taking Caillou to go all the way, to the finals.
That's
and now, Wally coming in with an upset here.
The 4-stock is upsetting.
The 4-stock's gone, but he's still up
He's
3
sitting pretty.
stocks. Yeah.
He's sitting pretty.
With a 50% advantage. Caillou's just holding on for dear life at this point.
He is just playing it. Ooh,
At this point,
not looking
it
good.
doesn't even look like it's possible for him to win. It's more of, all right, well, do I keep my pride and win with, 1 stock remaining, or do I get shit on with a 3-stock?
Yeah, no, I agree. But with these competitors, you never give up. You never give up until the final bell is rung.
Oh, for sure. The heart is always there with all these guys.
150% damage there. It is going to be almost impossible to come back.
Wow, and he had him in a little cheap spot there. We couldn't really get close, couldn't do any damage, and if he got too testy, he was going to take a hit.
Oh, 174
And there it is,
damage.
3-stock,
do it
Wally
for
taking it.
Caillou. In 3 games, Wally West takes it and moves on.